Welcome to Raw BodyFit Cardio Routine B. Let's go through 7 exercises here for a 10.5-minute cardio routine. Pause the video at any time if you need to take some water. Start with 2 forward jumps and jog back for 4 steps. Jumping forward for 2, 1, jogging back 4, 3, 2, 1. You want to land in a squatted position here with the knees bent, feet hip width apart, knees hip width apart. We'll perform 7 exercises. For the first set, we'll go for 45 seconds for each move. For the second set, we'll drop it down to 30 seconds. And then we'll blast through the third set, 15 seconds for each move. Lots of power as we get towards the end of the routine. At the start, if you need to take it a little bit slow to warm yourself up, that's fine. Remember to take your water breaks whenever you need to. Next move, heel taps. As if you're jumping rope, you're tapping the heels to the front. But let's also work through the pectoral muscles of the chest and the deltoid muscles of the shoulders as we squeeze the elbows and forearms together. Keep your elbows up about shoulder height. Keep those abdominals drawn in, tight through the waist. And the knees are always slightly bent, just soft bend in the knees. Tapping out the heels, keep the speed up. And get ready for the next move, which will be a squat to a jump with a single knee, alternating the knees that lift. Tap it out for 10 more seconds, and then get ready to squat down deep, touching to the floor and jumping up. So we squat and jump. As one knee lifts and drives up high, the opposite elbow comes across towards the knee, so you can feel a little rotation through the waist. Sitting deep, you want to keep a straight spine as you drop your hips with the knees bent. And if this move feels too difficult or you need to take a break from time to time, simply squat and stand with alternating knees lifting as demonstrated here. Still reaching the opposite elbow towards the knee. So again, taking out the power move, the power jump if you need to, or even if it's just for a few repetitions so you can give your quadriceps a little bit of a break. The next move will be a crisscross move, really like an ice skater. So it's one leg crossing behind the opposite foot and dropping that back knee. And this move is actually called a crisscross because it's a big rotation, exaggerated twist through the waist as one elbow comes across towards that front knee. Still jumping wide and out to the side to challenge the quadriceps, the glute muscles, but also feel a nice rotation in the waist to engage the oblique muscles. For this first round, you might take it with minimal hop or a small step, but as we go through the sets, try to make that jump a little bit bigger and the step a little wider. Next move will be a side shuffle. So it's a squatted position as you shuffle across the floor for 4 counts, and then bending both knees, you want to touch alternating hands down between the feet. Remember, think of bending both knees as you touch down, so the hips drop, the spine stays long and straight, and you're not keeping the inside leg straight. You want to actually drop into a deep squat as you get to the outer points. And if you find you're hunching over as you touch down to the ground, just reach to the floor rather than touching right down. Try to bend at the knees rather than rounding through the spine. The next move will be 3 little hops in the shape of a triangle. Feet and knees together, and you're jumping in the shape of a triangle, changing the direction as you get to the front. Feet and the knees stay together, but a little space between the knees so they're not caving in. Swinging the arms, keeping the knees bent. Just drop your hips as you land. Of course, the bigger you jump and the more you sit into it, the more you're going to challenge your quadriceps. So judge for yourself how deep you want to get with this routine. And you are getting ready for jumping jacks, and this will be the last of the 7 exercises. So it's jumping jacks for 45 seconds. Long arms, try to touch the hands together over the head. And keep that speed up, bouncing softly in and out. And after the next 30 seconds of jumping jacks, we'll take it from the top and perform every exercise for just 30 seconds. If you need to pause the video at the end of the jumping jacks and take a water break or walk around a little bit, feel free to do so and then get right back into it. We're halfway through the routine now. So getting ready for 2 forward jumps and jogging back for 4. Squat into it, bend the knees, sit deep, and shuffle back 4 steps. Bend the knees, drop, and shuffle 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing the arms, keep your abdominals tight, and power through the legs, strong in the quadriceps. Next move will be the heel taps, with the forearms and elbows pressing together, elbows shoulder height. Keep the knees bent slightly, sit down into it a touch, and the abdominals drawn in. Pick up the speed a little bit as we are into now the second set. So let's challenge ourselves a little bit more here. And in 8 seconds, we're going to move into that squat with the jump and a knee. Or if you need to take it down a notch, just squat and stand with an alternating knee. Whichever knee drives up, you're going to bring the opposite elbow towards it. Always thinking of a straight and long spine and the hips dropping deep as we bend the knees whenever we're moving into a squatted position. Taking out the hop if we need to give a rest to the legs. The next move will be that ice skater move with a big twist, lots of rotation through the waist. Here we go. Crossing one leg behind, dropping that back knee, and turning hard through the waist. Try to turn your chest all the way to the side as you bring one elbow towards that front knee, opposite elbow to the front knee. Making the steps a little bit wider here and really jumping across if you can. The next move will be the squatted side shuffles and touching down and moving into it. Here we go. Shuffle across for 4 steps, keeping the knees bent, the hips dropped, and the spine long and straight. It's both knees that bend as you touch down between the feet. Small little steps across. As you can see, you don't need much space for these routines. Little space in your apartment or in your basement, in your backyard. That's all we need to get through a good 10-minute cardio routine. And next we're hopping in the shape of a triangle. So keeping the feet together, somewhat close, the knees close to each other but never touching. Change the direction as you get to the front of that triangle. Swinging the arms, land in the squat, little small quarter squat really, with the knees just slightly bent and the hips dropping down. Last of the 7 exercises coming up, jumping jacks. Let's go for 30 seconds here. If again you need another little short rest after the jumping jacks, pause the video, grab your water, and then get right back into it so that we can get through the last of it, which will be 7 exercises, 15 seconds each. Short and sweet. We're going to go all out as best we can for that last set. So 2 forward jumps coming up and jogging back for 4. Let's do it for 15 seconds here. Landing in a slight squat, shuffling back 4 steps, and getting ready to move into the heel taps, pressing the elbows together. The knees are soft, and let's go into it. Heel taps, forearms driving in, keeping the elbows high, keeping the abdominals tight, and you're picking up your speed on the heel taps. Moving into a squat with a jump. Here we go. Jumping up and alternate the knee that lifts. The opposite elbow coming across to the knee. And really powering up here. It's the last set. Giving it all we've got on this last set. Next move will be the ice skater move. Crisscrossing, twisting at the waist. Take a big explosive jump to the side. Make it wide. Jumping across and dropping that back knee nice and deep. Twisting at the waist before we move on to our side shuffles. Here we go, shuffling across, hips are low, touching down, alternating the hands that touch down. Drop the hips, squat into it, and let's get ready to hop in a triangle. Feet, knees together, swinging the arms, and sitting down deep. This will be the last move coming up, jumping jacks, and that will bring us to the end of this 10.5-minute cardio routine. So go for top speed here, jump it out, finish strong for this cardio routine B. 5 more seconds and it's a job well done. Congratulations, you've done it. Join us again at Raw Body Fit. This was Cardio Routine B.